catching feelings, baby. You give me feelings. You give me feelings. I just keep me satisfied.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing the Potomac season 7 reunion part 1. I am in my Hooters shirt. I do work there. I have 2 jobs. But ignore that right now. But get into this video and this review, okay? Got me my little notes. Stop me forgetting stuff. So we're gonna get right into this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we on, okay? All right. So it starts off with like a little flashback from like their little Reasonably Shady podcast. Apparently they're talking about Juan and how this girl pretty much had dealings with him, and that, you know, she got a DM from the girl and all this other stuff. And apparently she knew. She's aware of the female. Okay, that's the real tea. Fast forward on to recently that just happened on the 5th on Watch What Happens Live, which everyone is talking about. She finally comes out and was all like, it's about a DM and something about flying her out and I don't know, hotel receipts and all kinds of stuff that didn't make any sense. But she swore up and down this whole season, y'all, wasn't nothing going on, and Juan is this great guy and getting married and all this other stuff, and thinking there's no problems now. Thinking Karen is ridiculous for saying a whole bunch of stuff about him walking around with some girl in Georgetown or whatever the case may be, which that could be true too. But apparently Robin knew and had knowledge of the chick. So, and at the end of the day, not only does it make you and Juan look dumb, y'all just, hold on. Y'all something about a good cold Powerade. Any flavor, to be honest. But moving on, let's get to these outfits. Now, I know I'm going to review on the outfits that I've seen, but even, it seems like all reunion looks I do, they always look better on camera versus a picture, which is still both on camera, but you know what I mean. Like on the show. When I did the Housewives of Atlanta, it was just like that. They look better in person, like on the live screen versus photos. Same here, because it seemed with me, my best dress was Candace and Karen on my review. However, they still look good. But I don't know if y'all noticed, but Karen's her little scalp was a little pinched a little bit with her little wig now. That did a little too tight. Everyone else still looked good. Well, from my review standpoint, my review still changed for everybody else. Wendy, she went from, see, my review on Wendy's dress on the review was not that high. Okay. However, when I seen it and it rolled back, Wendy, girl, you did that. Okay. For the pictures, it wasn't given to me. It was given a little bit, but girl, you up there. Okay. But that's that. They get there and they're really confused on the seating, you know, and then they got into it later on, you know. Andy was like, well, really, it's not just me. I have a say-so on the seating, but it's not just me who does the seating. It's the whole production and stuff like that. All right, so we start off, and Ashley says her ex and her didn't work out really because of Michael. Who was she with? That Luke person, the little hockey player Luke. He's a cute, you know, of course, you know, their standards are pretty high. Luke is good looking. Apparently it didn't work that well. The conflicts and boundaries between her and Michael still was a problem. According to her, that's why they didn't work out. Giselle and her love life, she's dating somebody now. What's his name? Jason. He's cute too. You know, he's cute. You want to think to pair them together. And the real tea, apparently, Luke, who was with Ashley, kind of set them up, apparently, is what that was. So, y'all, if you hear my dog in the background, ignore her. She's making all kinds of noise in here. All right. Let's see. So, apparently Andy made a little shady comment about a little Cookie Monster. Because you know how all season Candace been clowning that chick, who's been apparently her husband been flirting with or trying to grab on, apparently. Look like a Sesame Street character. So Andy was like, well, before someone else get on you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what you look like. You look like the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. So he tried to make something was a warning. But honestly, I think he was just throwing shade his damn self. Ain't no trying to pre-warn you for someone else to do it. You did that. I wasn't even thinking Cookie Monster until they put side-by-side photos of Cookie Monster and her, which is kind of funny, but she still look good. So yeah, Ashley discussed like when Luke and her were hanging out and stuff like that. Apparently Michael had the kids, and he had an agreement to bring it back on a certain day, but Michael did bring the kids back a day early, which made Ashley kick her dude out. Which at first it was all kind of confused as to why he had this up and leave like that, but they understood, like, okay, cool. They only been together for like a month and some change. So she did not feel comfortable, out of respect for Michael, to have a new dude around the kids. So that makes sense. And what gets me, tell me why Robin gonna sit here and say, ask her, so we gonna get a divorce. We gonna get a divorce. Because they kept talking about, oh, y'all situation is weird. Which is, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like, y'all exes and, you know, you getting a divorce, but yeah, you getting houses and LLCs and all that stuff together in the process of a divorce, which is not very smart. Everyone's telling you this is not smart, boo. It's not very smart. Which I think they all know really the reason why she's keeping Michael around for money purposes. We all know that. But why Robin over here yelling across the damn stage asking when, can you move? Asking when you gonna get a divorce. Girl, all this time people asking you when you was gonna get married, and then turn your marriage ain't really what it really is, to be honest. Girl, you're the last one to say something. So a viewer asked Andy about Ashley and how she last season talked about Candace and how she was least accomplished of the group. Mind you, if y'all don't know, I have not been watching Potomac in the past seasons like that. I'm honestly really just now getting into it. But they did a flashback, so I did see, you know, how everything went down. Ashley and Candace were like neck and neck, apparently. And apparently, Candace, her mom helped her out. You know, I guess she has generational wealth. Let's keep saying. Her mom helped her with her house and stuff like that. You know, and you know, now that her music is thriving in some way, you know, she's doing better with her life. Oh my Lord. So they asked her, like, do you still feel that same way that she's least accomplished in the group? She was like, well, I feel like everyone should really, you know, be confident in their self. And then they're saying that maybe she was on the other foot, now you're the least accomplished, you know, and stuff like that. Candace was just like, you know, you're the last one to talk about help when you couldn't even get your house by yourself. You had the house you got now is all because of Michael. Mind you, she was like, yeah, that's true, but you know, I can get me a house. But the house that you're in now is because of Michael. And apparently, she cannot get alimony. She can't get nothing out of this divorce. So she thought she was going to get some coins at this man, but she's not. But if all else fails, she's going to get spousal support. But yeah, so that did not work out in her favor. Yeah, I'm so thirsty. Let's see. Oh, God. Y'all, so now we get into Mia. This whole clip, her whole section messed me up, okay? Mia is a liar. She cannot keep up with her lies. She's not making no sense. Y'all, I swear to God, I hope she gets... There's rumors that she got fired or she might not be coming back. I hope she does not come back. I really, truly don't. They asked her about her health issues. And this is how I feel about her whole health thing. Day one, I was with her at first when she first brought it up and people were against her. You know what I mean? Because they feel, okay, dang, like, I really am going through something. No one believes me. You know, which I don't even want to, you know, give me grief or whatever like that. But it does seem like it's what Mia was doing when she posted it. Because I truly feel like, at first I felt bad, but now I don't. Because... like I said, I don't know her like that. I didn't watch Potomac like that, so I didn't have no background. So me just watching it, she's saying how she's, you know, she might have a sickness and people are not taking her serious. I was like, well, dang, give her a chance or something. But now that I know who Mia is and what she does, girl, you mean to tell me me personally, I would not post that I have something if I do not have no knowledge. Okay? She makes it seem like she's about to be on her deathbed. She knows everything. All she did was got tests. She could at least hold out until she had like got results back, at least saying, you know, it is something. We're still looking to find out what it is, but it's something. Then maybe you put it out to the pub if you wanted to. I still feel like it should be personal until you actually know, because that tells me you're seeking attention. That's what they were saying that she was doing at first, seeking attention and stuff. Then she made it seem like, okay, they keep asking her, well, what does the doctor say? What's real tea? You know, we saw the little clip, and still was like, oh, so it's just a rash. It's like, oh no, I had lymph nodes, I had this, and I had that. I whatever she wants to say. The way she was talking, sounded like she was trying to come up with the lie. Her mouth seemed like her words were about to stutter a little bit. She was just talking out her mouth to make herself look good, okay? But she took it, her whole situation for being sick, from a 10, when it really needs to be like a 3.5, to be honest. So then they get into Wendy and saying how Wendy was a hypocrite because she got caught on the mic saying that Mia was a liar, but then want to backtrack to say that she wasn't. Pretty much going in on them for calling her a liar, but she gonna backtrack and say, oh, she's lying with the hot mic. Which, I mean, I see that's hypocritical. And I still don't find it that big of a deal. I think she was trying to protect her feelings. She didn't want to be so harsh in her face. Just in case it really is something. And, you know, we call her liars and stuff. Which in their mind they knew, but they didn't know. So it did look bad that she was caught on the mic, but I mean, that's that. And she still stands by what she said. She feels like she's a liar. I truly believe she's a liar too, but that's what that is. Apparently Mia, in her little joint chiropractic business or whatever business she has, her whole thing, everyone got confused. I'm still confused. I can't even explain to you what really is going on. Apparently they all work for each other. Then someone got kicked off and wasn't making any sense. She wasn't getting no profit for it. She got voted off, or Gordon's still on it. I don't know. Okay, she chose multiple different stories. First, it was throwing 3 people on the board. Now it's 8 people on the board. Girl, you got it or you don't. So apparently she's off. She has to sell all her properties that she has because she can't afford all her rent properties. She rent 2 places in Charlotte. She got a place over there, a place over there. She had to let all of them go. Now she's one place that she's renting now. And she says they're living off their savings right now and whatever else she's bringing in, I guess, from the show. So, I mean, at least she's open and honest with her stuff. Some people lie about their finances, and then all of a sudden their house going into foreclosure, married to medicine, Toya. But, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. So, they show a clip of, before scene footage of Giselle receiving a DM from Chris. Saying like, oh, you know, feel like I did something to you, I apologize, and blah, blah, blah. I just want to say something, I was mad, and all this other stuff, right? They get into this here. Candace was like, well, he didn't admit to anything. Only thing I can say where it looks bad is that when it was on camera, Chris didn't want to apologize for shit. Okay, even if he did or didn't do anything, he did not want to apologize. I guess maybe because his wife is there or whatever. But then to go behind after the fact and then say, apologize to her. I mean, I'm glad you apologized, but like on the show, you made Giselle look like shit. And you didn't want to apologize on camera, but you did behind the scenes. That's the only thing I can say that I did not like. However, the whole situation is taken out of proportion on both ends. We cannot take away the fact how someone feels. If they feel uncomfortable, they feel uncomfortable. Whether you feel like he took it to a certain level or not, nobody was there but them two. So you only go off what he said, she said, what happened in that room. Now, Robin did stand up for Giselle and said, well, she really did not feel that well because that same night, she came to me and told me that same night. So it wasn't like, oh, out of the blue, let me find something to say on about Chris. She always did feel uncomfortable by that moment. But they did talk about Giselle always waiting till the cameras are on to discuss problems or issues with other men or just issues in general. But the cameras rolling to say something. Which, like I said, she said something Robin before. But to make it a big old thing, to bring it up to everybody, no one knew about it. So it's going to seem like, okay, you just trying to come for me. Now, she did come to Candace directly and told her. Now, Candace got mad. You come for my man, I'm getting on you too. But This whole thing is crazy. Some saying, oh, you talk about it is sexual assault when you talk about the Sesame Street character and grabbing this and grabbing that. Jill's like, that's not about me, though. I'm just saying what I hear. Now, this whole thing with Chris and all stuff, when he gonna come out, he gonna address his stuff. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be, easy on it. I mean, I wouldn't be either. But I don't know. I think, child, I don't know. That pretty much was the main parts of the first part of the reunion. We gonna see Jacqueline come. I actually do want to see her because I'd rather her here than Mia, even though Mia one who introduced her. They both brought out receipts on whatever they got receipts on. But I mean, this episode, I'll give it about a 6. It drug out a little bit. Of course, hopefully this isn't a 3-parter. I feel like it might end up being a 3-part reunion. But it was kind of out to me. But that's all I got, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in for part 2 next week. And I'm out.